All right.
Hey everybody and welcome to Entropy Fallen. I'm Zaber Wolf and I'm joined by Simon.
Blue.
Uh, as you probably noticed from the GIF at the beginning, we're going to have a little conversation between ourselves today about Noel Brown, who has apparently been banned from the Capcom Pro Tour for the next 2 years.
Son of a biatch.
Yeah, I mean, he did do something really kind of stupid. He touched a woman's backside on camera.
I don't know why someone would think it'd be okay to do this, especially in a public event. Especially at, like we're trying to make a conductive and, safe environment for an esport, trying to get, this stuff to be accepted by the masses, gamers themselves, beyond just your typical RTSs like StarCraft, League of Legends, Dota. I mean, it's one of the most well-respected fighting games out there. It's like it's only hurting the series or genre, like more so than it's doing anything else.
Yeah, but come on, this is the same guy who in 2011 jumped out of his seat and beat the crap out of somebody on camera.
Which that's not an excuse. He's complete and utter retard. I mean, I know that's a little extreme to say, but why was that acceptable? Why would you think that's okay to do?
I don't think it's ever okay to do, but he's got a track record for doing stupid crap at stupid times.
Which is very much true. I mean, I full-heartedly support their decision.
So do I. At no point do I ever condone any kind of harassment, whether it be sexual or otherwise, because that's not right. It's not the kind of people we should be or be trying to be, or the kind of people we should be emulating.
Yeah, especially like I said, in this type of environment. I mean, you're wanting to condone that safe and just generally accepted esport. I mean, people go there. Yes, it is competitive. Temperatures can flare. I mean, sorry, not temperatures. What am I trying to say? Egos and I
I
can't think of
think
the
you
right
mean
word.
tempers.
Tempers. I'm sorry. I was there, just a little bit off. Um, but I mean, your self control. Just if you can't handle it at home, like playing online, there's no reason you should be going to something like this.
No, and especially considering the esports have got to the point where they're now deemed as real sports and being aired live on TV. You don't want these people on TV. We're trying to move away from having people like that on TV because the more famous you are, the more people try to emulate you. The more people try to emulate you, the more stupid crap happens in the world.
Of course, it's just it's very much in its infancy, and it's just going to be that much longer anytime incidents like this happen. Given, yes, he has a track record of doing this, but not a lot of people, other than I guess you would say people like in the very popular like Hearthstone crowd, like Rainad, a few others. He's probably like the big one. Just likes to constantly have drama, but this is like the completely opposite kind of drama you would want.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't find anything on his sponsors, but I'm kind of hoping that they're going to step in and maybe drop him. Or maybe
Well,
a couple
dropping
of them.
him would be extremely kind.
It would be very, very kind. These are the kind of people we want to try and remove from the Pro Tour circuits, especially when they're on TV. Now, we don't have all the information yet. All the articles are entirely one-sided. The incident statement, which will be posted below, along with Polygon's article and a couple of other articles, which all pretty much say the same thing, basically said that it was caught on camera and she was spoken to by the representatives of the tournament and she made a statement and they decided to go from there. The one
Yes.
there's
Sorry,
one
go ahead.
there is one odd thing I have found though on event hubs, which I will be linking that article at the bottom of in the description below as well. There is one person, Flung Dung Fa. I have no idea who he is. If he does watch this video, please give us a bit more information. But apparently, they say that the whole story isn't being shown, and that apparently she did it to him the night before.
Yes, but even if he did it, or she did it the night before to him, if unless it was in a public setting, which it was not have been appropriate him to be doing it to her or her to be doing it to him, regardless, you should not be doing it in public and let alone, cameras or any kind of recording devices. And even just being a decent human being, you shouldn't be doing that in public otherwise.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get to. I can't find any other information other than Flung Dung Far at this point in time, giving us any more information on that. And I would like to know a little bit more. Because where did she do it, and why did she do it? And why did she find it inappropriate? I mean, I can understand the tour coming down on him, regardless of what she had to say. He did that, it was on camera, it was in a public setting, it's not something they want to condone. They don't need a statement from her to do this.
No, they don't. But, I mean, generally, it's going to be looked at him, and it's obviously male harassing a female, da-da-da-da-da. Not that I'm going to put gender into it. It's just, it's not something that should have happened. There's no excuse for it, regardless.
No, there isn't an excuse. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I do want more information. I really hate only having half a story. It does my head in this world.
Of course, bias is never a good thing to have.
No, I mean, we live in the information age, and yet we still can't get all the information from the media and from everywhere else. All we get is what they want to force feed us.
Well, that's the media in general. I mean, media is controlled by, such a small amount of people. It's very easily to get contained and how would you say, coralized and very minute details. Unless they want it to be released, it won't be released.
Well, that's exactly why we started the channel, because we're bored of this crap in the world. Now, I don't watch esports mainly because I'm not good enough to do esports, and I don't watch sports I can't play.
I mean, I dab into StarCraft 2 once in a while. Given I'm not competitive, I'm very casual in StarCraft. I haven't been a League of Legends player, Dota player. I played it back in the Warcraft 3 days. I mean, that stuff is a meta game regardlessly crazy. I understand the appeal. It's just I find the community's toxic. Given the esport communities are very good at, getting those people completely out of it so they're not tainted. But unless you know the game, you're not going to know much what's going on. But even following a game, or players, you will catch it pretty good.
Yeah, well, I don't think I've played Street Fighter or Capcom since the last time I went into an arcade, so I do remember how that could be really, really, really annoying when you play against someone who just keeps doing the same attacks constantly and you just can't get through.
Well, that's the thing, though, is you have the competitive fight scenes, you have you have the Tekken, you have Street Fighter. They're much easier to pick up, even if you don't know the game inside and out. It's fun to watch two people at almost any level, except for maybe the very beginners where you said you spam one attack and you win. But seeing top level, top tier players, fighting each other, I mean, it's almost an art form. And, when you see these things kind of going on, it makes you, what is the real things that go on behind the scenes besides just the studio, aka Capcom, that makes the game? So, I mean, it could very literally be a poison at some times.
It could, and I'm still yet to see how much more fallout there's going to be. This was on May 29th this year. As of recording, we're on, the 2nd of June?
It's the 3rd, I believe.
It's the 3rd of June, so it's only been, 6 days? 5 days? 5 days. 5 days since this went down, which means there's still a lot more to come, and we may come back and touch on this again at a later date. It depends on what else comes out. If there's anything to add to it, then yeah, we'll come back and talk about this some more.
Yeah, and it'd be great if anyone does end up watching this video and they have more information. We'd be glad to hear you.
Yeah, we could do with more information. We'll be happy to follow up with the information you give us. From the sounds of it, I'm going to have to call it here.
Yeah, that sounds fine with me as well.
Okay, well, from me and Simon, we'll see you again next week, and thanks for watching.
See you, bye.
Bye.